Hey guys, welcome back to Isabel's Moments with Craft. I'm Isabel and we do crafting here. I have some diamond painting to show you. I have some haul or stash. I have a new start and one of my projects hit a year mark. So let's get into it. Life update. I've been kind of getting into, not getting into, but every night I've been trying to play a hobby. My husband's hobby, he plays Dragon Ball, like the card game. And so to understand it more, I have been playing a couple like games with him every night, which cuts into like crafting time, but I also get to spend time with what he likes to do as well. And he's actually going to go to the national Dragon Ball card game here sometime this month. And so in preparation, I've been helping playing with him and whatnot. So that's exciting. I think that's it. I haven't been stitching as much as I would nightly because of trying to play his card game with him and whatnot, and I've gone like shopping and all other sorts of stuff that impeded on that as well. But for the most part, I'm trying to think if that's it. I think it's been about 2 weeks. I think every 2 weeks is gonna be a good filming time for me because it's gonna have like enough progress. I'm not feeling like rushing to get a video up, but it's enough time in between that I'll have lots of progress, lots of projects. If I feel like I've made a lot of progress and feel like needing to film every week, I can. But I think my shooting goal is every 2 weeks. And a bonus if I do every week. So let's get into it. So I am going to start with the diamond painting so I don't forget. I will insert a picture here of what it's supposed to look like when it's done, and also when last time you saw it. So I had a goal on this piece as well, and because I've been playing Dragon Ball, that's cutting in time to diamond paint, because my goal was like 2 times a night for like 2 or 3 hours I was going to work on diamond painting. But because the life, shopping, playing that game, I haven't had time to diamond paint. But in the last 2 weeks, I got a small section done. So I got that section done, which you would think is a blur. But when you bring it back, and can you see the sparkle? Yeah, so I think there's supposed to be like a pterodactyl. So maybe every 2 weeks I can get a section done. We'll see. And there's small little sections, but my goal is to get this done by end of Christmas so I can give it to my best friend's daughter for Christmas, maybe. But I mean, it's turning out really good and it's like sparkling. And then maybe I'll get to work on something that I want to work Not that I don't like diamond painting, I just like diamond painting like certain things I like as well. Like I like dinosaurs, but this one, it's a cool piece, but it's not like something that like is really cool. So as soon as I get this done, I'm gonna move to probably working on a big one versus a small one. So we'll see. Maybe I'll start it like in a small one. We'll see. I will keep you updated on that. I did the smart thing. I pulled out all the projects I'm going to be using. So reference, I have all that. So this week I've only worked on 2 projects. But the week before that I worked on like almost everything. Anything and everything under the sun. So before I get into my cross stitch whips, I have some haul. The haul was for this piece, the 3 Fates. I will insert a picture of the colored photo. But I ended up getting the fabric and some of the flosses just in case I want a new start. I know. When I ordered the floss and the fabric, I really wanted to start it, but I had an issue with it not coming in when it was supposed to come in. And it was from 123 Stitch, and so there was a tracking and it said it was delivered on the 26th of September, but it hadn't arrived like October 1st. It still hadn't been there, so I had to contact the postal office. I contacted them, they had it sorted, and within an hour they're like, we'll have it to you by end of day, we'll have it to you by today. I'm like, whatever. But I forgot I had ordered this. I had also gotten a pattern from the Needle Bling Design. It's called Courageous and Strong. And for those of you who don't know, I am a cancer survivor. I think as of 14 or 16 years. I had cancer when I was 9. I had leukemia. It's a blood cancer, and so I went through 3 years of treatment, and I've been cancer free ever since. But I figured I could do this one in honor of me, and then instead of having all of these colors, maybe have all orange, or I could do purple, which is the symbol for all cancers, orange is leukemia, and then I think I could do the gold ribbon, which is, I could do a gold one, which is a childhood cancer. Since it was the symbolized for all cancers, for childhood, and orange for leukemia. So I might do that, we'll see. I think I might put this one orange, and then like a couple orange here, and then maybe a purple gold or something. I don't know. We'll see. I might just put it like orange or whatever, but that I got that pattern. I forgot because I wanted to get a pattern to like memorialize, like honor that. Even though I'm planning on doing Cancer by Josephine Wall, which is a Heaven and Earth design in honor of me defeating cancer as well. But this is a cute small one that I could stitch up real fast. And I could stitch it up for other people who survived cancer and whatnot. Because I have a couple people at work that have that. But the whole rabbit tail. Not all of these colors go to this project because there's 3 skeins of black I ordered, but there's a lot of different like blues and stuff in the beginning part. So I got flosses, and I got 28 count Easy Guide Lugana. So I haven't decided. So that's how big that is. That's like not even an arm's length. I haven't decided because I'm doing my Tilton's Crafts on a 28 count 2/110. So I don't know if I want to do this 1/1 full crosses or 2/110. But I will cross that road when I start it. I know it goes faster if I tent it, but I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided if I like tenting, which is fine. Of course, in the piece that I'm doing it in, it's solid black and there's no detail that I'm seeing as of right now. Sorry, I have to like, I'm sitting cross-legged and then my foot falls asleep. Not fun. Okay, speaking of, so I moved this to a different, I got one of those like page protector things, but I don't know if I'm liking this for this one. But this is the Tilton's Craft Little Princesses. I will insert the picture here. By Tilton's Craft. I'll also insert the where I was before. Because I can't remember how much I got done. Maybe I got quite a bit done. Maybe I used it for homework or I used it for something. I think I used it for homework. Yeah, I used it for homework for a piece. And so here I am at now. So I just have to come to like here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 300 stitches. Really it's 6 squares, but since I'm tenting, it's 300 left. Yeah. All this up here is black. I think I finally got into like some other colors somewhere. I think one or two blocks have like a dark green, but like you can't even tell. So that is one piece I worked on this week. And I think I might use her for 2 tasks for extra credit because I have 3 tasks left. One of them I'm going to use for Spooky October, and the other 2 is for that, a Pygmy Puff, because there is 2 colorful dot balls that look like Pygmy Puffs. And then the other ring is royalty. And I don't know what screams royalty other than princesses. So, I worked on that. And then I also worked on the Nativity by Heaven and Earth Designs, charted by Michelle Sayeda, artwork by Donna Gelsinger. I did use this for a September SAL in Full Coverage Fanatics on something to do with celestial, and because it has a night sky, I figured that would work. I will insert a picture here of where I was last time. And I think I used this for homework. homework or I was using it. I finished an ultimate on this one, so I was using it for an ultimate as well. So here we are at now. So I've almost completed the page. I have a little bit more to go, and then I'll probably drop down underneath the palm tree, and then I'll actually start to get some of the wise men. And the next page I drop down is like this guy. So I'll have all this background up here in the palm tree, but then I'll actually get into one of the wise men. So that's exciting, considering I started that last December. So I'm hoping to get 2 pages done on that before the end of the year, considering I didn't have any pages done last year. On this one, I have 2 projects in this bag. I think I've only worked on one of them, but I can show you the other one that I might work on this week, because they're both in here. This is the project Boo by Lizzie Kate. I'm just doing the words. I'm just doing B-O-O-O. And if I have one, I will insert a picture here of where I was last time. And here I am at now. So I almost have this O done. I just have a little more of the loop to do, and then I'm done. And then I can start on the B or the O, which are going to be in orange. So it's going to be orange, black, and then purple. So I figured those were fun colors. So I think I was like down here, and so or up here, so I did all of this up here. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember, but I almost done with that one, that O, and then I'll just have the 2 letters, and then I'm done with that, what I want to do on that one, and then we'll be done, because I'm just doing the letters. I won't show you October because I got a lot of this other stuff to get through. But if I work on it in the next 2 weeks, I will show you that. The next one, I'm not going in order as I worked on. I'm just pulling them out how I have them next to me. Is I worked on a year of celebration. I don't remember why. Oh, I think I did 2 extra credit, was to work on something that had love and what doesn't scream love in February, and then something that had a series of 8 or more, and this is a series of 12. Actually 12, 13, 14 because of the Canada. But so yeah, I don't remember if I have a before picture, but I have finished the month of February. So here I'm at. That one's finished. So I have it January. I'll show you January. I have January finished. And I have February finished. And I did a lot more color changing on this one. I used the Etoile 666, and you can kind of see the sparkle, and it's all the red. And this is supposed to be like a lighter shade of blue, but I used one of my favorite colors of blue. I picked a brown I liked that went to the arrows and the words of February. And this up here, and then I used the called for DMC. And then I also switched out the ones in here. When I think of February, I think of red, pinks, and purples. So I did a purple and a pink. And so that is my overall finish. I love it. I think it's so cute. I can't wait to get these all done so I can have like a rotation of decoration for my house. So that's exciting. That is exciting. So, that one. I guess I'll show you, because the next, like, of them are, like, they're massive. Yes, I have crinkling. So, the next project is a new start. Lizzie Kate cleaning the house, and you might be telling yourself, didn't you just finish that one? Yes, but I started it again because I'm gonna be making it for my mother-in-law. And speaking of this one, I actually have an FFO I forgot about. So that is that one. I don't remember the fabric. I think it's on something. These are the flosses I'm going to be using for. So I have the greens because she likes the color green. And then I'm using like pastels. So. And I haven't worked a whole lot on this. I haven't used it for homework. I think I just brought it to church one day and didn't want to have like a bulky project. And so all I have to do on this top corner is to, over here, this is a heavy needle minder, and to copy this swirly and these pink ones over here, and then I have the words up here and then the words down here. So hopefully that fits. I think it will fit. It will fit. So I have started that one. So I figured this one can be my like travel project if I want to go to like the doctor's office and I need something that's just gonna be like a few stitches here, a few stitches there type of a thing. And so since I forgot, and I'm reaching because everything's in front of me, I do have an FFO, a fully finished object. So it's the same one but in different colors. So this is, I finished this the other day. Not the other day, I think I finished it a couple months ago. But I just got this frame at Walmart and I put it in. And so you can kind of see I used different colors. So So it's the same project, but it's gonna look different because I'm using different flosses and fabrics. And I think I'm gonna end up giving this to my mom for her birthday. So it's ironic because she still has kids at home, so fun. There's a glare, but I love it. I love it, and I love my mom. If you have a mom out there and you love her, shoot her a text, give her a hug, tell her how much you love her, because moms are awesome. They are. So another project I worked on was Lady Liberty. And so I think I worked on this for a couple tests for homework, and I'm doing it for a Stitch Around the World and a Stitch Talk Hate Challenges, I think. So I will insert a picture of the last time you saw it. And I made quite a bit progress on this one, I think. So here we are at now. So I think I got 1 or 2 diagonals done since the last time you saw it. I think I'm trying to get the hang of working on this one because there's a lot of the sky is realism, kind of. There's a lot of confetti, which is fine. And then you can see like the cry neck, kind of. So yeah, is that one. So, and I actually made this grime guard. So I worked on that one. I think I actually got a little over 4. I think one of the tasks was like we were doing Quidditch, and depending on your position, and I think this was my second position because of the circles in her pearl necklace. I decided to do 400 stitches. So I have at least 400 stitches of progress. I guess I didn't necessarily have to take it out, but because of glare, I took it out for you guys. Oh, we're almost there. We have 1, 2, 3 projects to go. Maybe. So this is my Mini Little Monsters by Shanae Pike. I am working, actually I have a page finished. So I got the second page done and I started working down in this page here. So I actually will insert a picture of my second page finish. So my first and second page finish completed, and then where I was last time you saw it as well. So yeah, okay. And so here we are at now. And so I finished this page over here because I had like 200 or 300 stitches to go, and then I started this page and working the diagonal. And so I think the monster's horn is like somewhere in here. So maybe next time you see it, I might actually have part of the monster stitched up. So, and that's exciting. I'm working on this for an ultimate. I think the ultimate I'm working on is books, because one of the monsters has a sign that says, "I want candy," and you need words to make a story, words to make books. letters make books, and words are in stories and books, and so I'm using that for that challenge. I think it's cute. And it's October, so I'm using it for a couple other like stitch alongs and fanatics and semi-sane, because I jumped on the bandwagon with that. So I worked on that guy. I will save the best one for last. So this other project I have been working every day since October 1st. It is My Little Mermaid by Thomas Kincaid, the Disney collection. You can't find these because the company went out of business. And of course I couldn't find the larger one. I found the smaller one, and I was satisfied anyway because I love all things mermaid. So I will insert a picture the last time you saw it. Because as of this week, I think I've almost put in close to 745 stitches in it so far this week alone, because this is my 90-day project, and for the 90-day challenge you have to stitch on it every day, but my goal is to stitch at least 100 stitches on it every day, but I've been doing 200 stitches on it every day except for yesterday. And maybe that's why I haven't stitched on a lot of my other projects, because I've been working on this. And if I do 100 or 200 stitches on this every day, I will have it finished before the end of the year. My goal is to finish it before it hits a year in November. I think I started at November 23rd. So my goal is to have it finished by November 23rd. Or before that. So it's my goal, because then maybe I could start another full coverage. Not that I need another start on a full coverage, but I do have one that's ready to go, as you saw earlier. So I guess you're wondering where I'm at now. So I have gotten lots of progress. And here I'm at now. So I've done a lot. So I have obviously 745 stitches. I backstitched Flounder. I don't necessarily like parking on this because it's just a small piece. So what I did is I went through and I stitched all the park threads till they were done. Then I gridded the project, and that was like the breaking point for me, where I was just like, I want to get this done. Let's work on it. So I think I was working down here. I'd worked down here. And then I decided to come up here and try to take this in a diagonal stretch. So I might go up here and do the back stitching that needs to be done up here, and like the rocks and the buildings, to make that pop a little bit more, and then just kind of keep working my way down. So we'll see where I get here in the next week or two. So we shall see. I love seeing the progress on this. Like, I just want to stitch as much as I can on it because I could get it done. I think that's my motivation to like keep working on it, is I could get this done. And like, considering the beginning of the year, I hated working on it. I didn't want to work on it. It was pulling teeth and nail. I gritted it, and now I just like, let's work on it. I want to work on it. Like, it's my favorite project as of right now. I just want to work on it. So I am working on it for an ultimate. I think the one I'm doing is the Enigmas, the ones where like the wizard can turn into an animal. There's a dog, Eric's dog. That's Eric's pants. And the dog is one of the listed. So that is what I am working on for my 90 days, and I have been successful so far on working on that one every day. I think today I only put 40 stitches in, but my goal is to get 700 stitches every day, every week. So that would be like 100 stitches every day. And since I'm ahead of the schedule, I think tomorrow I might just work on doing the back stitching and then calling it a day. And then when I pick it up on Monday, because I've stitched on it today, so tomorrow I will do like the back stitching maybe and work on other projects that need some love. And then I'll go in and do some more of the blocks, more of the actuals, going the 10 by 10. So I'm working in the 10 by 10. I'll work all those colors. I will use that strand till it's done and like kind of go down and like kind of cross country. And then when I'm done that stitching on that thread, I will pull out the next color in that block and stitch it all the way down there. And I'm kind of liking that for that project. So like I said, I saved the best for last. Not the best for last. She turned a year, and you know her, you love her. This is Lyra by McKenna Jelena. I wrote down the 4th, but when I was looking back on my pictures, I had a picture on October 3rd. So I don't know if I started on the 3rd or the 4th. So, and by anything, she hit a year. So I will show you, I will insert a picture of where she was when she hit the year mark, because I took her out of the Q-snap. I had to put her back in. Took her out last night for virtual stitchers. And I needed to take a picture for the year mark. And then I put her back in because I had homework to finish. So I will insert a picture of where she was at the year mark and then where she was last time you saw her. So when I get this week's homework done on her, I will be officially halfway done with page 11. So within the year, I've completed 10 pages on her. So this is kind of tricky. Oh, here she is at now. So I kind of been working, I worked up here and got that done. I got this done. I think when I first pulled her out, I had filled in the blocks that weren't all square. So I came in here and filled these down here, and then came up here and filled those in, and then now I'm working in the diagonal to get it done. So this is really coming together. So like the fin part, I'm kind of almost to be glad to be finished with this page, because I like the tail. The tail, like the detail is amazing. But when you work on like almost 3 to 4 pages of tail, it's like, am I ever gonna get to something new? It doesn't feel like I'm making progress, even though I'm making progress. So, yeah. And then I even like, I didn't want to work on her tail, so I worked down here to see, and then like the bottle, like there's another couple bottles here turning up, and then there's this fish here. So there's some more detail popping out. I'm super excited. But like this last page is all like, there's like just solid stitching. So I think that page, and it's half a page. It's not a full page, so it'll go quickly. So that is where she is at. She's so gorgeous. So I think for homework I have 107 more stitches to go. So I'll work on her till I get homework done. And then I probably will put her away because I've done 600, would have done 600 on her in the last couple of days. And then I'll pull out probably Spooky October, Monsters, because I'm almost done with that ultimate. So Monsters, Spooky October. And if I get bored with those, I can either pull out Little Mermaid and work on that some more, or I might even pull out Princesses, because I have an extra credit to work on her, and then I'm doing a Riddle Me, and I think Semi-Sane or Full Coverage Fanatics, I can't remember. And I have to do, that one is due by the 10th, so I still have like a week to do it. But the sooner I can get things done, the sooner I can cross them out. Because I joined a couple more groups, and I'm like, I'm insane, and I'm doing all these challenges, and I'm just like, I got, I had gotten a, what do you call it, a traveler's notebook. This is the keychain that I got from my mother-in-law. I just hooked it on. I had it hooked onto my backpack, but I got As Free as the Deep Blue Sea. And so they just had this outside cover with like one of the lined paper, and then I needed to get a pack of 3. So I got the pack of 3, and that's my niece. So I got the mermaid. This one was actually just a plain notebook, but I had some scrap piece of paper, so I outlined it and kind of made the outline for that book. And then my calendar, where I'm keeping track of bills and my daily stitches, and this other one. So the pack of 3 came with this one, and the front one. And so in the first one, I'm keeping track of the groups I'm in, my magical stitches yearly task, and then we have a yearly reading task. And so I did it in this way because I thought it was fun. So I did Hufflepuff yellow, and then the green, blue, or red, blue, green, and then Hogwarts is just in black. So every time I complete a letter, I'll just cross them out, and I thought that was really cute. And then for the other group I'm in, Enchanting Stitching, we're stitching the amount of hours or minutes in stitches. And then my 2 monthly challenges for magical stitches, and then the weekly for magical stitches, and an Enchanting Stitches, which is based on Disney. And that's what I'm having in the first book because life craziness. The second one, I have my 2019 goals. So I have my reading goals and my diamond painting goals. I want to finish 12 pages, how many pages on different projects I want to finish, what projects I want to finish, my progress goals, so maybe not finishing the projects but getting up half done, and then saving for HateCon, because I have like 3 more payments of a certain amount, and then that will be paid off, and my 4-day ticket will be approved. And then I have to save up for like a hotel, airport, and whatnot. And then I have my whip list. They're all in order of when I started them. Then I have my finish list. Since I started stitching in 2018, I didn't have a whole lot, but I wanted to keep track since I just recent. So I had 5 finishes, and that's including page finishes. So as of right now, in 2019, I have 17 finishes, which is exciting. And finishes include like the single year celebration, even though it's a continuing whip. And then I showed you my calendar. And then I have my goalie monthly challenges here in the bottom, and then the track of my bills that I need to pay for each month. And then at the end of it, I have where I can color in. I stitch on it that day, and so I will be able to tell me which projects I've stitched on. And then in the back of here, I copied the calendar for Stitch Around the World, so it has the amount of stitches you need to do. And so each time I finish one, I'll cross it out. I'm pretty sure I won't get to finishing it all before the end of the year, because I just joined that challenge, but I want to see how far I get to being done. And then this is how I'm tracking the Outrageous Headmistress challenge, because I couldn't figure out how to track it, so I wasn't doing it. So I wrote all my projects down, and I posted a picture of where I am at. So how I decided to keep this up, because I don't want to like every time I get done stitching like 10 stitches go here and then go to that project. And so what I've decided is, if I have like homework or extra credit or the ultimate task, I will complete that task, and then however many stitches I did for that task, I'll just add that to this list. Say with Mini Little Monsters, I only have like 100 from where I was. As soon as I get done finishing the ultimate and it's over 1,000 stitches, like say I did 1,010 stitches, once I'm done with that task, I'll put 1,010 stitches, so that way I don't constantly have to be like remembering to update this list. It's only after I do a homework assignment or an extra credit or a pop-up or something like that, if that makes sense, because I had a hard time figuring out how to track that. And so after I do a task, whether it's homework, extra credit, ultimate, pop-up, I will then keep track of that, and then when I'm done with that, I will add the total amount I did for that and just add it in here. And then they have the same thing with the movie ones for the enchanting stitches. And so I just wrote the task and then what project I have started with that one. So that is what I'm keeping track in that one. And this one is my other groups. So I did the September Celestial. I'm working on the Riddle Challenge. The Autumn So monsters, but I'm working on that. Boil and bubbles for semi-sane. This or that for semi-sane, but that doesn't start till the middle of the month. And then 1200 and 2400 for full coverage fanatics. And then this is the stitch every day of the month, but I haven't updated this calendar. I think I need to like do 3 or 4 or 5, but I need to update that. But that is what I have in that. That's my other challenges. So yeah, that is that. And I got that idea from I was watching Crafty _ Attic K in one of her earlier videos, and she had referenced Michelle Bendy in one of her Stitch With Me's. I think she said it was 75, and I kind of liked it because I had all these papers tracking like the extra credit, the ultimate in papers, and I would be afraid to lose them. And I had this, and this is great, but it just like had the months, and I wanted to be able to keep track of my challenges and whatnot, and I'm still able to keep track of my bills and whatnot. So I think I just rambled at the end there. Hopefully I didn't put you to sleep and that was educational. And if you're new and you've made it this far, considering subscribing. I try to do weekly, if not 2-week videos. I haven't done a diamond painting with me in a while. I haven't done a stitch with me. If you are interested, I might be able to try to do like a craft with me, but life has just been crazy with the one car and my husband not wanting to go to bed, and I don't have time to like stitch at night and whatnot, which is fine. But thanks for hanging out with me today, seeing what I've been up to in the last couple of weeks, and hopefully it won't be so long until you see me next. So happy stitching. Bye.